Look at this little guy right here. Good morning, it is a beautiful day and we're out here at my shop working on just about everything. And if you don't believe me, let me show you. So we've got this, I've been calling it a Blazer, but somebody says this is something else, a Jimmy?
It's a Jimmy.
It's a Jimmy. Yeah, it's a K5 Blazer. Rudy had a little bit of problems with the power steering pump on the way down.
There's a lot of smoke.
When he went up and picked it up, Rhett's just solving the problems. You gotta go get belts, I guess. We're building this K5 to give away at my off-road games, and I'm pretty excited about that. This is a nice truck. Let's look at this. We're gonna be freshening everything up. It needs to be freshened up, but this thing is in great shape. Whoever gets this is gonna be getting a nice rig. We're gonna send it up to Robbie's and get it all painted, upgrading the axles and suspension, wheels and tires, get some nice race lines and some mile stars on there. It's gonna be nice. So we got that going on. That car is a great parts runner. This is our old tire shed. And the problem with this tire shed is the tires are just laying here in the dirt and the rain comes in here and it's not good for the tires to be sitting on the dirt, especially with moisture on them. So let me show you how we've been fixing this. Zach and Rhett a little bit has been working on this tire rack. This is coming along nicely. Do you think we have enough room for all of them?
Yeah.
All right.
Look at all the tires you get to choose from.
These 35s and 33s. And then 37s. And then 40s. And 42s.
And then all the Corvair tires you could possibly want.
Yeah, there's little tires there. Well, I think they're doing a great job. Oh, wow. Something that's happening here at the shop that we're having to deal with is how much we've got going on and how little infrastructure we have. So we just built this big, nice building. And if you walk in here right now, at any given moment, there's something in any bay, like plugging the bays up. Not saying that that's a bad thing. So Rudy's working on his rat rod here. He picked this up out on the Arizona Strip, just abandoned. How many bullet holes are in it?
There actually isn't any.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Isn't that one?
Well, that is one, but that's a different project. That's from something else.
And then if you come over in this bay, this is my mom's car. We just did an oil change on it. I got to deliver that back to her. Okay, and then we get the questions, what's going on with the spud truck? Robbie's working on the spud truck. He's working on it double time. It's a big project, and we're grateful for him and the work that he's putting into that truck. I expect to get it back in the next, I don't know, 60 days, 40 days, something like that. But I don't even want it back right now because we don't have anywhere to put it. So we are got major infrastructure changes we've got to do here. I'm kind of going all over the place, but I want to show you. So we're planning on moving all of these Connex boxes and storage boxes right here. We're going to bring a crane in here and we're going to pick them up and set them on the other side of the yard. And then we're putting covered parking double deep all the way across right there. And that way we can get these jalopies out of the weather. I don't like these just sitting out here like this because it's roaching the seat belts and the seats, and it's not good to have water getting down in the dash, especially on this Toyota. It does not like getting wet. But we've also got these other rigs out here that it would just be nice to get this all in covered storage. I don't know what we're doing with them. If they're sitting out here in the rain like this, it's not doing them any good. They're depreciating faster than not. Good, that's not locked up yet. And of course, we've got all this out here these are just parts cars. It'd be nice to get them under covered storage too. So we need more infrastructure so that we can be more organized, but also we've got to get rid of some of the overburden here. We've got just stuff that we don't need. We need all this stuff. I don't know why I pointed at that when I said that. I think this is a 1947 CJ3? I don't know the letter codes. I just had an expert come and tell me yesterday what this was. But he thinks it's a 47. I'm gonna be putting this back together kind of stock. I'm not restoring it, but I'm not upgrading it. So I wanna put a flat fender. It doesn't have a flat fender or a flat head in it right now. But I wanna put the original engine or original type engine back in it. Open diffs, small tires, something that makes the easy trails hard. That's what I want on there. Thinking about getting rid of this cab. This is really cool. This is an old garbage truck. It's a white brand truck and it is super neat, but I don't know what. Here it is. It's a white 3000. There's a tire that needs to go on the tire rack. Go put that on the tire rack. So this is really a neat project for somebody, but I just don't have a use for it, especially in the off-road, off-road recovery. I need something a little more practical than this. Another thing that I've got here is I've got these 3 Oshkosh axles. They're brand new. They're all steer axles, and they're designed to be ran together as 6x6. I'm putting these up for sale. For the kind of work that we do, I just don't need a rig this big. I got the wheels for it right here. Got some other military tires. Those don't fit anything we have, but we're just storing them. Now, the derby cars take up a lot of space. The runs that are ruined need to be parted out and then sent off to the crusher. And the good ones need to be, well, we'll run them again. We've got, what do we got here? 4, 6, 7. Got 7 of these wheels, so 5 of them are mounted up. 2 of them are brand new, never mounted. I'm gonna need to send those down the road because I am running the Interco Super Swampers, the TSL boggers. What's up, lady? That's lady telling me she wants a treat. And I need to get all these Corvairs into covered parking, so I'm thinking about knocking this wall out and building covered parking here that covers this whole area, like from the front of the wrecker right here. Maybe not. I mean, I don't want it sticking out here in the thing, but it'll probably be narrower. But it'll be out here and then go back there so that we can park all of our recovery rigs out of the sun, because the sun's just not doing them any good. Look at this. I mean, we're not spending any time waxing these or anything, but this paint's starting to, the sun's taking its toll on it. Problem is we kind of expanded faster than we had infrastructure to take care of our expansion. We've got this Buick Roadmaster. I think we're gonna make a deal with Christopher Michaels on this. I think he wants this. We'll fly him out here and have him road trip back to Atlanta. And if you don't recognize this car, that's because you haven't seen our awesome video on MORR Unsupervised, where we drove this car from the Red Ball Garage in New York to the Portofino in LA. We did it in record time. We did a cannonball, official cannonball run of record. Nobody went to jail, and it was a real hoot. You should check that out. We broke the Buick Roadmaster record. So this Corvair belongs to my boy Jake, and I got sadness in my heart. Jake moved up to Idaho to be close to his family, and it was not an easy decision for him, and little hole in my heart with my boy gone. But we've got to get this car up to him. This is his daily driver. As soon as we get my mom's car out of that bay, we need to get this truck in there, and Rhett's gonna swap the back axle and put links on it. So I'm gonna have him do that today. And then we've got this bay plugged up. I can't work on any off-road vehicles today because Rudy's car is in here and we've got to get it fixed. And I'm gonna be working on that actually, because I've got to get it out of here. Let me show you what happened here. There's 2 different sizes of Corvair rods. They're the same length, but you can see how much thicker this one is than this. This is the heavy duty rods. This went on the turbo motors and all the long stroke and high performance motors. This was on all the short stroke and low performance engines, the base engines. So whoever built this engine put the wrong rods in it. They put these skinny little rods in. And Rudy was feeding it the boost, and that's what happened. And it was a catastrophic failure. This is an engine that I bought from a gentleman. It was brand new, rebuilt. It had a lot of good parts on it, a lot of aftermarket valuable parts. And he was asking $2,000. I'm like, yeah, that's a good deal. So I bought it. We ran it for a little bit, but when we put the boost on it, when we put a turbo on it, we folded this rod right up. I was with Rudy last night, and we got this all pulled apart. We checked the block and the cam and everything, and everything's good. There was all the piston parts and everything. We cleaned everything out, blew it out. We ran fresh oil through the oil pump so to clean out all the oil galleys and passages to make sure that it's clean. We're ready to assemble it. So that brings us out here, and this engine right here has a bad camshaft in it, but it's got good pistons and cylinders and rings. We'll pull this out of here, get it pulled apart, and get these put on Rudy's motor there. Wait, I can put it this way. This foot rotate it. Okay.
Not too bad.
Set it down this way. All right. I just remembered something else. Colby needs a part for his car, and it just occurred to me we got to get it. I know where it is, so we're doing it right now.
I'm turning my 63 Monza into a Spider clone.
All right, so look at that. So this is a thermistor for a head temperature, and this is the adapter so you can run it in the non-turbo heads. All right, now that we got that out of the way, it's time to get this out of the way. So Rudy, I guess I better check and see if you want me working on your car without you there.
You can,
Okay.
but I would like to work on it, but we're not gonna get a chance to this week.
He's doing it right
I
now.
just need to get it out of my.
Oh, yeah,
day.
yeah.
All right, well you can poke your head over there every once in a while.
Okay.
Show you what we're doing. I'll get out your way.
Okay.
Okay, Colin, is this ready?
Yeah, it's ready to go.
All right, let's take this to Grandma's. We got my mom's car service, so we're gonna be taking this back to her, and then I'll be grabbing my car, and also I've got to make an order to Clark's to get some Corvair parts, and my catalog is at the house, and that's right, it's a catalog like old school, and I love doing business that way, where you just call on the phone and tell them what you need, and they send you the right part. It's just amazing. All right, car delivered. I'm gonna make some orders today.
Clark's Corvair Parts, this is Cricket.
Cricket, hey, this is Matt. I've got an order I need to place. That's all right.
Sure. Ship it to the 65 North 22.
Correct.
All right. What parts do you need, Matt?
Woo. Okay, I need one of the C10345.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
All right, we're gonna be harvesting the cylinders, pistons, and rods. We're gonna be harvesting this blower cover and the oil pan and the pickup. And it's all gonna go on this engine. And Rudy has fear of missing out, so he came over to see what we're doing.
That's right. After all, I gotta inspect the quality of work.
What's being done here?
Otherwise, I would be doing this, but I gotta go.
He's got twin turbos to build.
Oh, we need this pan too.
Yeah.
That's
Look at those good rods.
Those look a lot better.
Bye, guys. Thanks.
You're welcome. All right. We got a good oil pan here.
These gaskets junk after you use them once.
Yeah, I would reuse this one in a pinch, but I don't know if we're in a pinch. Really is too bad. Had some camshaft problems. There through the 2019, 2020, 2021, that era, got a lot of bad camshafts and lifters. Maybe they're better than that, but I've decided to only buy stuff older than that, and that's been working out good for me. This camshaft, call it a COVID cam. Okay, nice. All right, got the cylinder baffles off. All right, we've got these little retainers on here. That way we can spin this without pushing them off. I'm gonna spin it about to right there, and then take this first one off and see. This is the engine that Rudy did the duct tape drags with last year. And it's a good running little engine. And he almost got into the 15s.
Yeah, he was close. It was moving, and then the clutch gave out,
The clutch got oiled.
and then the camshaft.
And when he got home, the camshaft started going bad.
This motor's had a rough little life.
Yeah. We put it together, Drove it at extremely high RPM down to Phoenix, drag raced the heck out of it, drove it home, and then put a turbo on it.
Did you put a turbo on this one?
I don't know if this one had the turbo or not. I'm curious what these bearings look like. They are a little bit roached. What size are they? Yeah, when you eat a camshaft over a long period of time, that metal just courses through. These are 20 unders. Oh wow, look at that. That is really bad.
Is that where it got hot or something?
It got rubbed there for some reason. I don't know. This crank, oh, that crankshaft's garbage. This is an unknown crank that I mic'd out, and it was a 20 under crank, and it was all over the place. But I bet you it's got a bad taper right there, and you can tell it's not good just looking at it, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, that one's roached out. That's what happens when you don't blueprint and mic your engine when you throw it together. You just put unknown parts from an unknown machine shop and just slap them together. We built this engine under duress. It was late hours trying to get to the duct tape drags. One of these days I'm gonna take my time and build the motor right. I think we're gonna be doing much better on this one though. This crank is 20 under and they did a bad job grinding it. Not my machine shop, somebody else. So it's done. There's no 30 under for these. The harmonic balancer is good, so we're gonna keep it. The oil pump housing's good, so we're gonna keep it. The bell housing's good, so we're gonna keep it. And that's too bad. All right, so we've got to get these disassembled. We've got to meticulously clean everything, keep it all as clean as possible while we're doing it, but also do a final clean before we put on. These bearings are junk. They go in the scrap metal bin. These I don't know how many miles these have on them, but they've got good crosshatch. This engine wasn't burning any oil at all. Clean this in here and look and see if I can see. Okay, we've got good crosshatch in there. You can see that. So we're not gonna mess with it.
Are those Clark's pistons?
These are Clark's full fin with Clark's pistons, yes. And then you move them in and out. You do the hokey pokey. Okay, so this is gonna need final cleaning. So Colin, get me some carburetor cleaner. It's brake cleaner. It's one of those words I've never learned to change. All growing up, we used carburetor cleaner to spray stuff off, and now nobody has carburetors anymore. Now it's called brake clean, but it's effectively the same thing.
Brake parts cleaner.
Yes. What I'm doing with this is just a little spritz on there. Get me a clean rag. A little spritz on there. And we'll just wipe those off. And then I have a little bit of air right here. Okay, that's good to go. Now the next step is to get this completely clean in here. All right, we're gonna put our first one in here. Okay. It's just assembly lube.
Assembly lube.
Nope. There. Put a little bit of assembly lube on there. Let's go put this on. Okay. It's a good start. All right, well that's something. Let's see how the rest of the crew's doing. Take a little break from this. It's going good. All right, Rhett, how's this going?
Right now, lengthening the link.
Okay. You're gonna have to do some fender flaring.
Yeah, that's about what ride height I want when it's all done.
Okay. So this is the old axle out of the Banana before we upgraded it with the ORI suspension. So we've just had this in storage, and Rhett decided he was going to repurpose it for a 64 Ford here. So we're going to see how that goes. Let's see what we got under here. Carbureted LS.
Interesting.
It is interesting. We'll keep tabs on this truck, see how it goes. Rhett has his own style, and we just let him do it. All right, let's see how far they got with the tire rack back here. Oh, that's looking pretty good. Yeah, as soon as we get this, we'll have 2 more rows once we get this moved. And we can get the rest of our tires up off the ground. We've got to clear all of this off the top of all these. Then we've got to take the roof structure down between them so that we can get the crane in here and get these moved. So that's going to be nice. Get them all over there against that wall right there. Yeah, we'll just keep them going. This is exciting. We're going to get some space here. We had a family thing, so we left work a little early yesterday, but we are back on it today. Now, if you're wondering why I'm working on a Corvair on an off-road recovery channel, it's because I need this bay for some of the projects that we have, like this, and this car's got it plugged up. So I'm pretty anxious to get this out of here. I did come in early and got some work done, so we're just gonna keep plugging away at this. But before we get to that, I'm gonna show you what's going on. So we got Colin out here washing the Spider.
Gotta make it look good so when he's cruising through town.
You gonna vacuum it out?
Yeah.
All right, he's gonna vacuum it out. Morning, Ed.
Morning, Matt.
Is he gonna wash your truck next?
No, I've never washed it since I've owned it.
You've never washed. Is that
I don't want to wash.
Is that the secret to keeping a truck for a long time?
It looks nice. It got that peeling off on the hood, you know.
Yeah.
But, I wait for it to rain and
It washes away.
drive fast.
It's a system.
I'm right now currently boxing the frame in where my crossbar for my lower links will go.
Nice.
Get that all in.
All right. So that's going along. I don't know where Rudy is, but he's been working on this. All right. It is time to put the oil pan on. That's the last one. Look who decided to come over and help finish their car. I couldn't help myself, you know? Felt a little bad. It's awfully nice to have help. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Here we are in this situation.
Okay, I got mine in. All right. We just need to bolt them in, I guess. So here's a boring fact you might find interesting. When you're working on old Corvairs, they are always missing fasteners, or people have put the wrong fasteners in. Sometimes they even force like screws into machine screws. So I'm gonna come in here and get some extra parts. Oh, look at this. Look at, there's Peanut and her pups. Hey, Peanut, you wanna see one of these? Look at this. Look at this little guy right here. Yeah. Look at that little fatty. She is such a good mama. You are. You're just such a good mama. All right, let me find some screws for Rudy here, or some bolts. Grab a couple different sizes and styles. Make sure we have what we need to get this all put back together properly. All right, that's a good start. Unbelievable.
I wouldn't look into that one too hard.
What happened?
60-something years.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Look, it's almost back together. We're getting the exhaust on. I'm afraid of what the top side looks like currently.
The top side will go quick. All right, we got the thermostat doors on, the lower shrouds. We're done under here for a minute. Let's go down and work on the top. Rudy, will you get this bench? Oh, that scene was straight out of Indiana Jones. It was. Yeah. It was.
Oh yeah, like I said, the top of this thing, a lot of work. Wow, look at that. You even got the chrome one?
Yeah, I put a new one in there for you.
That's nice.
These spark plugs, I don't know anything about the Bosch. I run NGKs, but these have been running good. No pinging, no detonation. I know we've blown up a couple of engines with them, but the spark plugs are surviving.
It's the spark plugs that are doing it.
Okay, I'm putting you at 30 thousandths. Let's see where I keep those. That's one of the problems with having everything is remembering where you keep it. I need some sort of a Dewey Decimal System. I have a bunch of them. Look, told you I had a bunch of them. Right there. There's a part that Rudy's missing on his car, and he's been missing it the whole time. Here, pick up all this stuff right here.
Oh yeah, look at that.
There's a part he's missing.
How's this going in here?
Working on these upper links to get them mounted to the frame.
Oh, you just replaced them. Oh, no, you didn't.
No.
Good job.
See how good of
All
a
right.
job I did there? It looked like it was replaced.
So I'm hoping that I have these parts in here.
Oh, here it is, right here. I'm putting this right here.
Look at all the exhaust stuff.
That's the one. Wow.
This is the part we're looking for. So this is a plate that you take off in the winter, your carburetors from icing up and get faster warm-ups. And then you put it on in the summer.
The early ones were a plate that you bent,
Bent.
though.
Yeah.
So you only got a couple seasons out of them.
All right, I just got a little wounded on some jagged sheet metal. We've got quite the audience here. Carter showed up, Jamie showed up.
There's blood everywhere.
Yeah, there's kind of blood everywhere.
In
Will
there,
you get a rag wet and just kind of clean the blood up?
What were you doing?
Just on the top, I was like here with a wrench, and all of a sudden it slipped, and my finger just went right into that, just the top of the knuckle.
Okay.
Here, let me see that rag. It's like Jaws, man. The movie.
Rudy's car.
It's everywhere.
It's a rare day I don't lose a little hydraulic fluid. What's next, Rudy?
I didn't force it. It sounded like I did.
You did a good job. All right, we've just got a few more things to hook up before we can start it up. So we're just gonna do that for a second, and we'll bring you back in when we're like, boom, 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 boom. Oh no, what was that?
I wouldn't be surprised.
All right, that's what it looks like when it's all together. Rudy just washed his hands. That means he's ready to fire it up. Ooh, let's see how this goes. All right, I'll run the gas. Turn it off for a second. Pump it a couple times. Hang on, let me set your choke. The problem is your choke is set on not kill. All right, let's try that. Okay, there. Yep. Super smooth, super quiet, no ticks, no knocks, no rattles. And we got the right rods in there. All right, we got the distributor clocked one more tooth, and that way we have all the range we need for setting the timing. We got the timing set, and we're gonna go take it for a drive around the block and see how it goes. We should have had Colin wash this car today. Look at that windshield. Can hear that turbo. Don't work it too hard. We've got really light oil in this because we're gonna flush it out and change it really quick. So we're not gonna get it too hot. We're gonna take it back in the shop, change the oil, do a couple more things, and we'll be done. But as far as I'm concerned, all that's Rudy's problem. We're gonna take this around the block, then we'll go back and check on Rhett's project. This is the third engine this car's had in it, but this is the first engine that we built solely.
Yeah, second.
I don't know. But this car is running smoother than it ever has. It's got balanced pistons, balanced rods. It's just running smooth. That makes me happy.
It's all that polished chrome that you're feeling.
Could be. All right, that is good news. That clears that bay up so that we can get that right there in there and get working on it. All right, Rhett, how's this going?
It's going good. Got the links tacked in and just need to weld them in now.
So as you can see, there is a lot going on here at the shop, and we've got a lot of things coming up in the future. We appreciate you checking in on us. Thanks for watching.